Just because I have to. Wow. That's loud. That's not even full throttle. That's just like a little bit of a half rev there. Something I want to do is when I get my Mustang or whatever I get, I want to drift it all the way down this parking ramp. I feel like that'd be super awesome. Yep, winter's officially here. It's freaking cold outside and I'm on top of the parking ramp because this is my new awesome spot and this is where I'll be to talk about my cars. It's just, no one's up here bothering me. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, so just a little update here on the cars. This car and then, I guess I'll just stick to this car in this video. I'll bring the GTP up here this week sometime and talk about it. Because I put new brakes on it, new headlight bulbs, and yeah, but just walking around this car. I just washed it today, but it's already full of ice, but I got all the salt off it, which was my goal. I feel like my halos are getting more dim. Like, I truly do. The 19th, I'm getting HID headlights installed. I'm getting it converted to HID over at Sound Connection. A lot of people say don't go there, but I got a pretty good deal. And actually a really good deal for compared to other quotes I got at like Lakes Audio and Brainerd. A couple private party people that would do it, they wanted more than Sound Connection. I know Sound Connection's going to do it right, and then Sound Connection said by doing that I'll get a big discount on when I install my Apple CarPlay radio that I'm looking at with them. I have what else do I got coming for this thing? But I got some new exhaust tips I'm looking at. Actually, I'm looking at an exhaust system, ZZP Performance. I'm looking at Catalyst downpipe. This stuff, I mean, this stuff's all coming really soon. Work's going really good. That's also why I haven't been uploading. I've been working a lot so I can buy this stuff for this car, you know, and finally make good content. My Canon T6i is coming. And this stuff's all coming by Christmas, so I'm pretty excited. What else? We got some stuff for the GTP we're gonna do to it by Christmas. Like I just did the brakes, I ordered those, you know, I put those on. I'll show you guys an update on the car. Did the brakes, the headlight bulbs, and I got the spark plugs. I just have to install them. I'll show you guys those probably in the GTP update. They're back in my parents' house, so when I go there this weekend, I think Sunday is when I'm gonna do the spark plugs, and that should take care of the bad idle. Apparently it's a misfire, so spark plugs should do the trick. But yeah, the GXP is looking good. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I'm still here, just, you know, school and work is getting to be a lot, but pretty much on Christmas break, almost on Christmas break as the time I'm making this video. My next semester, I'm gonna work really hard at school. I want to get straight A's. This semester I got B's, but that's still not that bad, but I want to get straight A's from now on in college. So schoolwork becomes number 1, work becomes number 2, and YouTube becomes number 3. But I'm still gonna post a lot because I'm gonna have the Canon T6i, and it's gonna make me want to film everything to do with my cars and hunting and stuff like that, shooting. But I have some pretty exciting plans for this car. I don't want to tell you guys yet that are happening in the future. I don't want to tell you guys. I don't want to ruin the surprise. But good stuff coming. I'm working on some deals, emailing people, a couple sponsorship opportunities. Possibly. One of them I will tell you is BC Racing, if you know that company. Nothing for sure yet, but I'm working on it, and it'd be pretty cool because not that many people, you know, make videos and reviews on the BC coilovers for these cars. It's pretty much negative degrees out and my hand is now numb. I'm gonna hop back in the car. That's just the little update here on top of the bridge, not the bridge. Little update here on top of the parking ramp. Hope you guys liked my little entrance, But this is just to show you guys car's looking good, still here. But we're gonna get inside the car because there's more to this video, but I don't want to stand out here because my hand is literally like frostbite right now. Cool stuff in the works for this car, but the main point of this video, I just hit 174,000 miles. That's crazy. I bought it with 109 and like 9 something, so we're gonna say 110,000 miles. So we put about 65,000 miles on it, just about. So I'm just gonna say 65,000 miles later. I've owned this car for 2 years this month, and it's been nothing but awesome. I'd buy it again. I've made a video on that. I would 100% buy it again. Paid about $5,500 for this car with 109 something on it. The transmission was rebuilt before me. Yeah, transmission was rebuilt before me. Coming up soon, not that soon, like probably this summer, I'm gonna get a new transmission, and not the same 4T65E. I'm gonna get a different built, not necessarily, but I'm gonna get a different transmission that's, how can you say, that can handle the power of this car. So if you have suggestions on a different transmission, drop them down below, because this summer the car tuning turbo kit is coming for this car. Obviously no promises, but the money's gonna be there, and I'm gonna pull the trigger. It's probably gonna take me about a week to install the kit, week and a half, and of just hard straight work. So by the end of this summer, this car's gonna be an animal, and I don't want to drive it next winter. So the car will be paid off by my birthday. I will get my new vehicle, but I'll keep this one. I'll still drive this one all through the summer. You know, hopefully I'll have the car tuning turbo kit on it by the end of June, maybe mid-July, and then I'll drive it, you know, the rest of the summer. You know, go do lots of street racing in Minneapolis and stuff like that. Upset some people. Yeah, hopefully the engine will hold strong. I'm gonna get new injectors. Hopefully the transmission by then will be different. I will have a couple other things to beef it up like you need to do, but I'm pretty excited. I mean, this is something I've talked about with my parents. I said I want to keep this car forever just because I like to talk. I talk about everything with my parents, you know, that's what they're for. They're there to help. And my dad thinks it'd be a really cool idea. A legend. This thing is going to be awesome. If you guys know Joshua Vickers on YouTube, his black GXP has the turbo kit on it, and it's just an animal. That's what I want my car. I mean, they're making around like 600 wheel horsepower with that kit. I mean, give or take a little bit. And there's a couple that are up towards 700. There's some that are in the 5s, but even 500 horsepower is plenty. But I'm so excited. But I mean, this car has held up so good. It was more reliable than my 13 Focus SE that I had. That had like 39,000 miles on it when I got it. I never made a video on that, I don't think. No, I don't think so. I got that my 18th, at the end of my 18th birth month. So, you know, the year I turned 18, that month. And I drove it for about probably about 7-8 months, and got rid of it for that black Malibu, which I got scammed on / it got repoed. That's why my credit's lower too. That's why I'm building it back up. And June that's why I'm waiting until June. Bigger down payment. My credit will be a lot better because stuff will have lifted off my credit actually in 4 months, but I'm gonna wait a couple extra towards June, and then, you know, I'll be able to buy my car with a decent interest rate, my next car. And then in 2 years from that, I'll be able to buy my first house, maybe even sooner, depending on how things go with school, if I graduate a little early or not. But that's off topic. This car's gonna be a beast, and it's so reliable. I mean, the only issues I've had are regular maintenance. Oil changes, obviously not an issue, but you got oil changes. I've had my rack and pinion steering replaced because that was going out, which is gonna happen, you know, eventually. My power steering pump was replaced. It went out. All the hoses to the power steering pump were replaced with that. New brakes twice. 3 sets of tires, because the first tires I had on this car, I bought it with bald tires, but he said he could put new tires on it for $1,000, really nice tires, or I could do $1,000 down payment. And like he'd put the tires on it, and then I'd have to do the $1,000 down payment the bank wanted, or he would not do the tires and he would take care of the down payment, and that's what we agreed on. So I bought it with bald tires, drove it through the winter like that, which sucked. I couldn't feel the acceleration of this car for like the first almost year I had it. And then my dad finally put Firestone Firehawk tires, which have massive tread. I'm still on those on the rear, and on the front I've gone through 2 sets since then. I mean, I love the power of this car. And full bolt-ons are coming before the summer, so I can have the full bolt-ons and then the turbo kit, because I want as much power as I can get and as much airflow, and just it can breathe. And so it's going to literally be, I don't know if I'm going to do headers or a callus downpipe. It's going to be either or. I don't know. I think I'm going to do the callus downpipe. It's a bit easier to install, and it's just easier to get to. And I'm probably going to do the ZZP callus downpipe off-road, and then I'm going to go that all the way back, no resonators, no mufflers, to probably like some ZZP tips or something like that. And it's going to breathe really good. I don't want my tips that are on it anymore. They're pretty like ugly looking, corroded looking. And they're pretty impossible to clean because they're just old, and they got the job done. Got a lot of compliments on them. Megan Racing burnt exhaust tips, great. But yeah, it's been so reliable. Literally, like, there's been no issues with the engine, nothing with the transmission except for now it shifts hard in the cold about half the time. But all you gotta do is shut it off and turn it back on a couple times, and then that goes away, which is weird. And then my transmission pump hisses. It's not doing it right now. But like if I put it down into manual mode, it hisses. So I guess my transmission pump's going out, something like that. I don't know. Whatever's causing it to shift hard, it does that when the transmission's hissing, which happens about half the time in the cold. But when it's warm out, like in the summer, there's no issues whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, the transmission's not going out all the way. It's just having some issues right now, but it's the first time it's happened, really. I'm trying to think of any other issues the car's had besides it just burns a fuck ton of oil. Sorry to swear, but oh my god, it burns so much oil. And then after I do a couple bolt-ons, I'm getting my dyno tune. I rescheduled it because I figured I could do it, but I wanted to wait till I got some of the bolt-ons on the car and then do the dyno tune. That just made more sense to me because I didn't have the money to do it twice, which just doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, I'm going to need to tune it after the turbo kit, but that's a little ways away. I'll have plenty of time to get some money for that, save up. But yeah, I'm gonna reschedule the dyno. Well, I didn't reschedule, I just canceled it, and it'll happen soon. But I'm gonna get some bolt-ons on and then throw her on the dyno. Definitely get some more power out of her. And I'm already like beating plenty of vehicles in races, but I want to like I want to walk people, you know. And I mean, I walk certain vehicles, but I want to be up there with, you know, the new 5.0s once they're full of bolt-ons and stuff like that. I mean, once I get the turbo kit on this car, I mean, it's better than that. And pretty excited, crazy reliable for what it is. And a lot of people are going to laugh saying that it's reliable, but it really is reliable. I mean, my transmission was rebuilt. I mean, that's why. I mean, the transmission's going to like have issues in these cars. It's just not meant to handle the power and torque of the LS4. It's meant for the GTP and mostly the GT, with the GTP also. But mainly the torque of this V8. And it just doesn't handle it well unless you never accelerate hard. I mean, I guess it'd be fine if you're just really like baby in the car and grandma driving and stuff like that. But yeah, my car, I got lucky. Crazy reliable. I'm not saying they're known to be not reliable. It's just the transmissions have issues in these cars. Gas mileage is decent. In the city it sucks, but on the highway it's definitely not bad. I'm getting around 25 miles a gallon on the highway. At least that's what I'm calculating, 25, 26, which is really good. I drive really good on the highway, and then when I'm having fun on the highway, it goes down to like 12. So it depends how you drive, but I mean, it can be decent. You know, a full tank of gas can last you a week in this car for sure, commuting back and forth to work and school, and it does last me that. So I mean, I'm on half tank right now, and 2 days ago I was in Brainerd. I filled up, drove home, and still on half. So for me, for about an hour drive, it takes about 1/8 of a tank, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And it's a fun road trip car. It's comfortable. It's starting to have its creaks. I mean, creaks and rattles on the inside. Obviously, it's getting to be high mild. It's getting worn a little bit. No issues with the dash, like no cracks. It's not fading, which is awesome. Heads-up display works great still. Got a fuzz buster right here. Just picked that up recently. And the headliner now has coffee on it from my mom. Thanks, Mom. The seats, well, I mean, this ripped. I'm gonna get a new one of these. These aren't too expensive, like 40-50 bucks. You can get a used one in good condition. But this was in great condition when I got it. It's just so much driving. You know, I put so many miles on it in 2 years. Put 65,000 miles on it. That's bound to rip because I rest my arm here when I drive. And the back seats are doing fine. One ripped a little bit from, I think it was like hockey skates, and then my sister's, I mean, not my sister, my girlfriend's sister, sitting back there a lot. And yeah, other than that, like, the doors still feel good. But it's the only creaks that come from this car are up right through here, the middle console. That's what creaks. Like this, there's usually a silver thing here. You can kind of see the silver color. It was creaking really bad, so I got frustrated. I just grabbed it and ripped it off, and I don't know if you can see it or not. No, not really. But there's a cut me, and I was kind of bleeding all over, so I had to do some cleaning. But I got cleaned some more. But I ripped it off. It just irritated me. It was just the loudest squeak. And then, what can I? Gotta shine my phone in the back here. Yeah, my pillar back there where the airbag is was squeaking so bad, so I just pulled it off and haven't heard the squeak since. So I just let it hang there. Not the safest thing. When someone sits back there, I re-clip it, but it squeaks, so I'm guessing it's just the clip. But, you know, I'm fine letting it hang there. It looks trashy, but, you know, no squeak. So I have major OCD, if I haven't said that enough. I have major OCD. It's like I can't control it, so the squeak just really irritated me. But heated seats both still work. Power seat on this one still works great. God, these pants are huge. Oh well. But it's another thing, like, I don't like getting in, like, most cars I don't like getting in them because I wear like really big sweatpants, like just like a size and a half too big, as you can tell, because I like to just like be loose and like comfortable. I don't like tight stuff. It's just not me. I wear a large t-shirt and a large pants, medium to large. Sometimes some of my sweatpants are medium. This is off topic, but just listen. I wear like medium sweatpants and like a large t-shirt. I've been lifting a lot lately and it's starting to show, which is awesome. But these are like XLs because they're my comfy sweats for like weekends and just working out, work on stuff. So they're nice and loose. And usually like getting in my dad's truck sucks because they crinkle up and stuff like that. And just like a leather seat, they suck. I don't like getting in stuff with like comfy clothes on because they suck, they crinkle, and it's kind of weird. But these seats are leather, but where you sit, it's Alcantara, so it holds it and it doesn't crinkle. It's weird, but I like it a lot. These seats are awesome. The seating position in this car is low. Just thought I'd add that. I tried driving with my GoPro on my head. It kind of looked like this. So I got to get a chesty for this car to drive and put it like right here, I guess. I don't know. This car is too low to drive with a GoPro, or I can mount it like kind of hang one. I wish I had a sunroof because I could hang it from right here with a suction cup mount and drive just like that. But obviously I got one of the GXPs without a sunroof, which you don't see many of them. But of course I did. But I can always like find a way to mount it somewhere, maybe on the back window and put it like right here or something like that. I don't know. My sticker there holding great. Objects and mirror losing. Window tint is all right. Not the best job. That's, I guess, why it was cheap. But everything else, I mean, the car's holding up great. 175,000 miles. It's doing great. No complaints as of right now besides the stupid little transmission. But new rims coming soon, like I keep saying. They are coming soon. They're expensive. I'm not getting cheap ones, so that's why I'm taking some time to get the money, because they're pretty expensive. They're about $1,900 with the tires, which is expensive for me. I was looking at like $500 ones with the tires. So this, I want to put the best of the best on this car, and no more cheap stuff. So lots of fun stuff planned for this car. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will be up here again in a couple days with the GTP to go over stuff with that, and kind of show you the new brakes and probably show you the spark plugs I'm going to put in it. And yeah, so that's all I can think of. Please drop comments down below what videos on this and the GTP you want to see. If you want to see some accelerations in the GTP, I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world. It's slower than this, but it's really fun to drive. Like, do you want to see accelerations on this? It's just pretty hard because obviously it's winter now, so I get no traction. In first gear in the GTP, the thing pulls hard. I mean, I can't get any traction in that thing. I love it. But like, what do you guys want to see on the cars? I mean, let me know in the comments. I can do whatever you guys want. I mean, I'm open. I'm bored, and I want to know. I want to know what to do. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. So I guess I found where to go for my transmission, and I guess this is where I'll be going. So Triple Edge Performance, very popular for the transmission rebuilds for the 4T65E. Sorry about that thing, it won't shut up. So they start at really $19.49.95, and that's going to get you, that's their first level. Works well up to about 280 to 300 wheel horsepower, which is a lot, but not going to be enough for what this car is going to end up. Then there's the second level upgrade for up to approximately 330 wheel horsepower. Third level for about 360 wheel. The fourth level about 450 wheel, and that's their top one. Technically, I guess this one is, but they said this is one of the best ones. We'll go down to it. This one is a custom one, like you can put it together, whatever. But this is the popular high-end, you know, the turbo kit build. 450 wheel horsepower is what they say it's good to, and then probably a little more, to be honest. I don't know. It's going to make it pretty strong. That's the price, you know, $3,600. I believe that's the price of, you know, the labor and everything, obviously. So $3,600 will get you the transmission that will last through the turbo kit. And yeah, call Triple Edge Performance. I'm not really sure where they're located, but if you want something to do with your transmission for these cars, here's their contact info. Their phone number is 260-437-8912. Here's their email, tripleedgeperformance.com, if you have any questions. But yeah, Triple Edge Performance, I guess that's where I'll be going for sure. I've been reading the reviews and nothing but good. The transmission lasts forever, and they specialize in the 4T65E. That's like their thing. So really awesome. That $3,600, I feel like that's good use. If I plan on keeping this car forever with a lot of power, that's a good way to spend some money on the car, you know. Transmission is the #1 issue with this car, so that's awesome.